All right, guys. Hello, hello. We're back at third attempt. Yes, third attempt. Uh, looks like the power's been stable, so nothing's gone out since then. So we are good now. We're picking back up from earlier. So, oh yeah, you know what? I forgot I was typing. I didn't refresh my model. I ended up triggering so many keys. So there we go. There we go. Also, I gotta figure this like thing out because my desk kind of like shakes and it creates this like my model's shaking effect. But yeah, it could be good. Sometimes it could be a blessing in disguise, or it could just be kind of an annoyance a little bit. And it's attached to the desk. And the desk is technically on a rug. I don't know if there's a better way to mount and clip my phone. If you guys don't know what I'm referring to, I'll show you here. Uh, let's pop over here real quick. Oh, surprise. I'm not getting the camera to work. And I think I might know why. The camera's plugged in. Just using it a second ago. Okay, let me open up the camera. It might just be this or OBS. You know what? I love OBS, guys. OBS is your best friend for life. There we go. Thank you, Lord. That worked. So I don't have to restart the OBS and stuff. But I think you see it right there, my phone. It's on a little clipper thing that clips all the way here downward to the desk. Something I got, and like if I bump into the desk, it shakes me in a bit. It will create that shaking vibration. You can see like it is motion capturing me whole thing now. So that's the beauty of it. But if you guys have any tips on something much sturdier or something, or a way to make it sturdier, you give me a recommendation. Then again, it could just because well, actually, I did show it, but hopefully my well, okay, my floor's not probably vacuum, but so we got the desk down here, right? Those are the legs. It's on this one carpet. It goes all the way around the side. I think it's supposed to be balanced. Because when I put this desk together, it was perfectly even. It might just be the flooring is just not very balance, bounce, bouncing, balance. so, so we're not gonna need the camera for the rest of the day. Well, well, not for the until the later on portion of the stream. Deactivate the camera. I'm gonna move OBS back over. And let's unmute the soundtrack as well. And off we go for our journey. Oh, having the light on does kind of help with capturing the avatar and being able to read my face. So, I don't think we're gonna need a light though. Oh yeah, God.
Not a good sign to be empty.
Well, you'll find out when I play Genshin, but apparently my roles in Genshin were not great. You know, it was terrible. But yeah, that's at another point in time. I'll save that for when we play Genshin. Go over what happened. But let's go ahead and take care of this quest. Now, Genshin might have if me, but Cypher did not. Thank you, Cypher. Skark might have if me, but you did not. Because, you know, the calling for, you know, cat girls, well, Max, but then again, it could have happened. It's all luck based, so you win them, you lose them.
In under a minute. Don't underestimate the people.
Oh, if you can solve these, maybe we can just skip the whole puzzle solving, right? Okay, couldn't we just, like, you know, he just instantly solves it and we have to solve the puzzle?
That's Don Shu with a group of disciples.
Master, stand back. Let me handle this.
I knew it. She was with the villains.
Stand down. She's a friend.
Many of our brethren have fallen by her hands.
Yes, I am aware.
But
I said she's my friend. Leave us.
Yeah, listen there. He's the boss.
Master.
I didn't expect you to come looking for me. The head. What a crude way of putting it. I am master of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, scion of merciful Medicus, and I shall lead the entire Xianzhou Alliance onto the path of abundance. Did you ingest the Broomdew concentrate pellet I gave you? That which the elixir seekers that arrive on the Xianzhou dream of. The formula to immortality. To take it is to initiate the transformation from a short-lived species into a Xianzhou person or an abomination, depending on your perception. Please believe me when I say that never once have I thought about harming you. I merely wanted to offer you the chance to obtain immortality and freedom. Friend, please, I urge you to leave the Luofu. Abandon this struggle. The truth isn't what it appears to be. What did the minions at the seat of divine foresight tell you about this conflict? That the Rainbow Arbiter is the emissary of the righteous? That the Arbiter is chasing the heathen plagues author across the stars, while the disciples of Sanctus Medicus abet their heresy? Do you really think that is the case? You don't understand merciful Medicus, nor the devilish archer author, but you understand me. Do you see me as such? A heretic? I do not ask for you to pick a side. I just wish for you to leave the Lafu, to leave this all behind. This isn't your fight, and I do not wish to make an enemy of you.
So we got a choice, guys. We can let her go or battle her. Do we do as she says and let her go? Or do we fight her? Ah, man, I hate when we have to pick choices like these, you know? But she did kind of direct us at the end, so that was kind of a dick on her, but... Ah, fuck. Anyone has an ideal? Should we go with heads? We fight it? We let her go. Heads, we let her go. Tails, we fight her. I don't really want to see someone who struggle, you know, but then again, that'd just be me giving her pity, right? Oh, wow. I was looking at my, okay, the chat windows, right? Because you know, it didn't show up here yet. Probably will. You know, the thing I don't like is robots. So, and we get robots right on kick.com. If it's not YouTube or Twitch, it's always. And I really hate robots. Like, so fucking get them. Oh, we'll help increase your shit and increase, like, dude. We'll increase our own engagement by people coming to like us and finding us, not just by hiring you to bring your people that's paid behind. You know, that's artificial. You don't want artificial people, fake people, friends, all that type of stuff. We want actual real people who come and enjoy us for who we are, not paying you and stuff like that. Like Dorson 12 and Earth are most likely bots to sell stuff, so watch out for those accounts. As of today, those two are joining the ban lists on the kick.com site. Please don't bring your promotional bullshit to me. Keep it to yourself. If I want viewers, they'll come to me on their own. I want people to find people who can relate to me and understand me, and then, you know, I can understand them, and we connect. I want my viewership to be true to themselves, true to what they just like and want to see. I don't want people just coming to me because, oh, yeah, I can come and hey, if you like my streams, you enjoy my stuff, content, or anything, thank you. I really appreciate it. So I don't want fake or artificial bullshit on my channels. And I know there are a lot of big streamers on Twitch, YouTube who do shit like that. I don't want that shit. So keep that shit to yourselves. Anyone who mentions about doing it that way, you will get an instant block. If you're a robot selling me art or anything like that, you will be banned instantly. Oh, since I cannot make a decision here, and I don't have a coin with me to. Try to find something here I can use that's flat. Well, I can always use my USB and flip it. If it lands upside, it's heads. If it lands back on its back, it's tails. So it landed up in heads. Let's do it again. Heads again. Crap, are we really gonna let her go? Well, it landed sideways because I caught it. Okay, one on his back, two on his back. So let's see what it lands on. It landed on its side. Now it's back. Well, technically, that's not a good way to do it. 30 was because, you know, the odds of it landing on front or back are not that much different from. All right. We got our decision. So I hate to do this, but we're gonna go with number 2. We're gonna just put her. If we want to be really good friends, we're gonna stop her from doing her bad. So
Most unfortunate. Had you known me first, perhaps we could have been good friends.
Master, we should leave now.
I sincerely wish that this will be our last meeting. Farewell, Nameless.
but she did kind of drug us, so we're going with the option 2.
Share good fortunes. Come to me. You can't run. Until everything burns to ashes. Set the seas ablaze. Clouds scattered. Fight to live. Attack detected. Found me. Set the seas ablaze. Dream vanished. You can't run. I think something bit me. Fight to live.
I'd better report my findings to Qingzhou at the seat of divine foresight.
Unite our goals. Let us dance once more. Found me. I'll take it on. With enough believers, lies become reality. Gotcha. Oh, what a big haul. I'll be back.
How did it go? Did you manage to locate Donshu? So you weren't able to apprehend her. I see. These people have been in hiding for so long. They must have a more nefarious plan. I've got to apprehend them quickly. Once again, thank you for all your help. With your intel, we will put a stop to Donshu. Jing Yuan tells me you'll be joining the forces led by the Alchemy Commission and Master Diviner. I won't take up any more of your time. Please, take good care of yourself. If you run into Donshu again, contact the nearest Cloud Knights. Take this as a token of my appreciation. You deserve it.
Well, thank you. Could have just let her go, but I couldn't bring myself to do that. And it's because, come on, he did drug us, and I did not appreciate that. Now we could go on and continue the main quest if there's no other side quest.
Master Diviner, you're back.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now. Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples had remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult? It would seem you came prepared.
The first time we met Madame Yukong, she said something like, "This is a Xianzhou affair and there's no need for the Express to get involved." And now here we are running around doing everything. Even the IPC takes it easier on us. Let me guess, what are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge? Well, try this on for size. Nope! I can't stand any more of this fighting, so there!
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
We're not?
Jingyuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me.
Can you guys excuse me for a second? Oh, God damn. I'll be right back. All right. Let us continue.
After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Lafu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species.
Not only I would use her in combat, but I just don't have relics for her right now.
But in the end,
And I clicked the wrong button when I do shit. You know, when I lost my 50-50 on getting Cypher, I had to spend like a bit to get her, to get Cypher, but I did get her, so I guess it was a blessing in disguise. But
and began to obsess over
Genshin,
the
it was
manipulation
not
of
blessing in
life.
disguise there,
Research into the Arbor poisoned their minds.
especially when you have a controller that's like so
The more they longed for it.
out of control. This is why I have a new controller, but I should have been using it over the old one.
Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
What huge elixir crucibles! There's still smoke coming out of them.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the Arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one can know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you. Indeed, this demonic vapor is a weapon targeted against the Cloud Knights.
Why it won't affect us, but it'll affect them? It doesn't make sense.
And the Xianzhou alliance has always been fiercely independent. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the general would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality, one step at a time. I do not wish to be their puppet either. In any case, we do not walk alone and unhindered on our paths. Our choices define us and influence others. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Lafu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
So she will be affected by the smoke. Our poor little angel here will be affected. So short-lived creatures are not affected. Or so. But long life. That means she has a long life. Holy crap. Just, oh my god. You know,
I feel like even though long life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short life species when it comes to worries and suffering.
so we're pretty much the bait. Oh god. In my honest truth, that's the problem. Short life versus long life species. Who can live the longest, right? Think about it. In Genshin, Silly has a long lifespan. How does she have a long lifespan if all her other and her clans and there have short lives? We know that Archon, Marika, has a short lifespan, and she only uses that little trick to move through time and stuff. Farina has lived long because of the curse from her divine half, but now that curse is gone. So yeah.
Oh, wait, Miss Ting-Yun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible!
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The general commanded me to stay with you. I dare not go against military orders.
Your life is more important, Miss Ting-Yun. Go back. We can explain to the general.
There's really no need. I've spent my years traveling the universe. Not to mention, I'm younger and stronger than I look. Even you benefactors have probably lived longer than me.
Dude, is she really gonna risk her life? God, I'm glad I have her for in 5-star form.
The smoke is getting
She is a worthy waifu. She's willing to self-sacrifice for safety. Unless her safety, you know what we think it is. Well, I did mention, well, you guys weren't here for that, but I did mention, well, technically this is on Facebook. I didn't mention it anywhere else, but I'll go ahead and mention it. I just got to scroll down and find it. So for me, for Honkai Star Rail, I have up to 17 different waifus, and let's be honest, I didn't think I would have that so many. For me, the #1 spot goes to. I'll do this while I'm playing. I'm moving the window over. #1 goes to Cypher. She's taking the #1 spot. Like, oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. If Honkai Star Rail did not have a cat girl by then, I probably would have ended up with Firefly as my #1. But Firefly right now, Cypher's the #1. Firefly #2. Herta is #3. Up. Here we go. King Yu slash Fugu is my 4th. Come on. I'm pretty sure I pronounced her name right. If I did, I'm very sorry about that. But then March 7th is my 5th. Sparkle is not my 6th. So I'll stop there for a second.
Let us dance once more.
Oh, what a big haul. I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, to be 100% sure I'm not. But my number 7th is, you know who? Just to make sure I'm not actually saying her name wrong. Let's make sure.
Welcome to Akama. I am Casterus.
See?
Apologies. It is.
Yeah, I
welcome to
would have
Akama.
fucking butchered that for sure. Yeah, she's my number 7. You know who my number 8 is? Well, I don't have her, but Kefla, and then Silverwolf. Then we have Claire. Then we have her. Okay, a granny here. Then we have her. Then we have Himiko. Yes, out of all the Himikos from Honkai Impact, Genshin, and all their universe games, only Himiko I like, the one from Star Realm. I don't have the other girl, but we'll skip for now. And then Stella, and then the other girl I don't have, we'll kind of skip for now. But, wait, isn't there a character archive in here? I don't see a character archive here. Settings, characters, warp tutorials, achievements. Well, I guess we really don't have a built-in tutorial thing. Oh, okay. I guess this kind of gives you the recommendation. I guess that's kind of helpful. Oh, okay, so it just opens it up over here. Not what I was looking for. Well, this is why I don't follow plans like that. I just wing it and do however I see fit. It's been the same way with me with all games. The only way I would play if I recommended lineup if I really need to. And I'm not about to, because I have not ever played by recommended plan. I have played by my own recommended plans, and that is waifu. Oh, I thought this game had one of those things, but I guess not. But yeah, those are mostly the ones I have, minus the last two I didn't address.
Share good fortunes. I'll take it all.
But I will probably end up sharing that list later after stream. So, if I remember.
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Shu, it's you.
I have met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus must be hiding in the Alchemy Commission. However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the commissions. We had to wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance? In days of old, the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor enveloped the Xianzhou like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none could stand in our way. Everyone could become celestial and shift form at will. Divine miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the Ambrosial Arbor first descended, nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the ancient laws.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity. Our Xianzhou ancestors fought side by side with the Arbiter, laid waste to the Arbor, and established the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice. Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials were capable of.
I'll take it on. You can't run. Deeper. Thanks.
Unite our goals.
To travel
battle. Set the seas aflame! Here, try this! Thanks. Cloud Scatter feels way better. Sure. Attack detected. Our cute play session is with enough believers. Lies become reality. Gotcha. I will claim big fight. You can't run. Dreams of a past. Let us dance once more.
Merciful Medicus, hear my call.
Come to me.
To my heart's content. Punishment.
Dream vanished.
Found me. Specimen sighted.
Attack detected.
Set the seas aflame. I'll take it all.
It's fine.
Reaper.
Unite our goals.
Deep breath.
1,000 thanks, benefactor.
You can't run. To travel far.
Support received.
Have we met? Share good fortunes. You want to take advantage? Dreams of a past. Let us dance once more.
Found me.
Our cute play
With enough believers, lies become reality. Gotcha. Here, try this.
Life's vines and veins.
Stand in position.
dream vanished.
Don't fight so I can leave early. I'll take it all.
Reaper.
Fine. Unite our goals.
Commencing research. Deep breath.
1,000 thanks, benefactor.
Join the battle.
You can't run. Like firefly until everything burns to ashes.
This is more than a battle. You want to take advantage?
Entangle. To my heart's content.
Have we met? Cloud scatter.
Found me. Fight to live.
A little gray's too much for you.
Specimen sighted. Here, try this.
Thank you. I will.
Travel
Keep
far.
fighting.
1,000 thanks, benefactor.
Set the seas aflame.
Why? She said... The ambrosial arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that. Vantilia, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly? I'm loath to flout my philosophy of destruction.
Oh crap.
Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within.
Oh my god.
What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer.
Oh god. Is he a backstabber? Well, she was just being used.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lord Ravager Fantilia. I have come to see the to set in motion the self-destruction of the Sienja.
Is the Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion? But how can that be? Keep calm, all of you. This is a formidable enemy. We have to stay together.
Have we met?
You can't run.
You are fortunate that Zero and Selenova never set their gaze upon the Sienja. They have no qualms about dealing out destruction by war. But since that stubborn general of yours has forced me to take center stage, I'll make sure I steal the show. My apologies for leaving so soon, but I have an appointment to keep. I'm sure my friends here will be happy to entertain you.
Lies become reality.
No holding back. Share good fortunes.
Commencing research.
Joining the battle.
Dreams of a path. Let us dance once more. Let's seize this fine moment. Dream vanished.
Thanks. That feels way better.
Stand in position.
You can't run. To travel.
A thousand thanks, benefactor.
Until everything burns to ashes. Set the sea aflame.
Unite our goals. Sure.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting Yun was a member of the Antimatter Legion all along? And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go? Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other Nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Fantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Fantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
you're saying that the real Tingyun is still...
I'm sorry, Marge. I can't say with any certainty where the real Tingyun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter. Without knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Tingyun, it does raise the question of why Phantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Tingyun's remains behind as a display of power? I believe this to be Phantilia's goal, to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen? Planting a Stellaron in the Luofu? All part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Phantilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her. We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that valve.
That's a shame. Now what happened to the real one? Kind of hard to say. But we know she does get her body back, well, a new body.
That imposter had the audacity to carry out her nefarious plans right under our noses. How utterly despicable. What worries me more is just how many more antimatter saboteurs are at large.
It all happened so suddenly. But looking back, I think Mr. Yang was right. Tingyun was behaving strangely. She was fascinated with the Abundance's creations.
Since she was an Amicastor dispatched by the Skyfaring Commission, it's evident that there must indeed be a person with her name in the commission. We'll have to let the Cloud Knights get to the bottom of what happened to the real Tingyun. As for the Tingyun who accompanied us all that way, it's like what Mr. Yang said. Her appearance was designed to sow seeds of doubt among us. We cannot allow ourselves to fall into her trap. It is a delve governed by the Vtuber, supposedly an ancient oceanic region transferred from the Vtuber home planet. After the Ambrosial Arbor was broken in two during the war, its roots were left gnarled and broken. Yet it never died. The Alliance decided to seal the Arbor within Scale Gorge Waterscape, entrust it to the High Elders of the Vtuber, and rely on the power of Long Scions to constrain it. It has been so long. No one knows whether the seal remains. Even if it does, I doubt it will hinder that spectral Lord Ravager. I've reported the current situation to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He made no further contact after we communicated at the Matrix of Prescience. He said he had important matters to personally attend to. The situation stands on the edge of a precipice. We must trust in the General.
This is... Huh? You're pretty familiar with this place. Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering here, right? They're probably coming to fix the Stellaron problem. It's been such a long journey, but now we're finally gonna meet some Cloud Knights. I'll be back with my unit. I didn't lie to you, right?
I told you I'd bring you somewhere safe, and I did. Though, we did take a bit of a detour.
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead. He told me not to be concerned with the destination, but to seize my chances and travel with the current to reap the greatest harvest.
Meaning?
Meaning, thank you, Miss Sushang.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain. You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon. Bye for now.
The messages never get sent. I wonder what's happening with those three. The Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the Stellaron disaster. But why did Kafka want us to come here? What happened to them? And what happened to Blade? I've delayed for too long. I need more information. I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey. Both of you.
What a huge cauldron.
This aureate cauldron is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Vtuber. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide and refines it into medicinal pellets. All the elixir crucibles that the Vtuber helped to construct contain cloud hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What more is there to learn?
You are indeed the chosen one, with endless potential. Yet, cloud hymn magic is just the beginning.
Of Vidyadhara Mirajako? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse? These memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
Surging power. It's you. You've returned. Something terrible is happening in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Please, don't go any further. Your enemies are waiting for you.
I'm sorry. I cannot linger here. My friends have left. I must find them.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. As headstrong as you always were. It seems you already made your decision. There is a vessel bound for Scale Gorge Waterscape, located ahead.
He's here.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling. It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here.
It's time to pay the price! It's time!
You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I've nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch. You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Jing Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Stop! You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. High Elder of the Vtuber. Imbibitor Lunae. You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice. I've heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Sword, heed me.
I've no interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Out of the way! Do not be afraid.
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka.
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins.
No, isn't it so funny? When you get the character, they're not fighting at their full power in form like that. You always get the weaker play version of them versus their OP strong state. So it's like an insult when you do that.
What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy?
Punish evil!
others are okay. Gotta make this quick.
Let's...
You two just won't give up. I only have one choice.
So familiar. Did she teach you? Then you deserve no mercy.
Can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone. But there's no other way. Forgive me. Heaven's Surge. Now.
I failed. This isn't over.
All of you listen to me. Stop. Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Lafu's hotshot general.
Qing Yuan.
General!
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time. It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together? Lunarescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-life species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Dan Heng. Whether Danfeng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, an exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you,
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Don Feng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Don Feng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that Dan Feng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Don Feng is no more. Now, there is only Don Hung. But I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must. Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. Go. I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the Stellaron hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over, yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath, even if it means the end of the Luofu. Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war machine. Yet they never took up arms against the Alliance. The armies of the Seven Ravagers all have their own means of destruction. They are not to be taken lightly. Lord Ravager Fantilia favors internal collapse, which is why she masterminded the Stellaron crisis and urged the disciples of Sanctus Medicus out of the shadows. Now that her plot has been laid bare, she has no choice but to retreat. And yet that hardly suits her philosophy of destruction. There must be something more. Do you know something? When Don Feng committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Vtuber, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion. The dragon transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior Vtuber hated you, yet did not dare to kill you. The Vtuber were under great pressure. In order to placate the Ten Lords and Skyfaring Commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Don Feng against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the Ten Lords Commission. The senior Vtuber were sure of their scheme, but you cannot hide fire with paper. Your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go! Heaven's Search. Dragon, rise!
Let's make it quick.
A foregone conclusion.
Heaven's Search. Celestial Dragon.
This is our chance.
Here, there's thunder!
I told ya I could fight. Stay right there while I give you a present. You can't run.
Time for the master stroke. Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Heaven's Search. Cloudbearing Dragon. Rise!
Let's go.
Follow my charge.
Heaven's Search. Break!
A foregone conclusion. Conflict is pitiless!
Heaven's Search. Rise!
Jing Yuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The Seat of Divine Foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that Don Hung? You are Don Hung, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guests, when you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Phantalia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Law Fu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Dan Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Law Fu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Dan Heng?
Thank you, Dan Heng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Law Fu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Dan Heng's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the Plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Law Fu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Vidyadhara statue.
It looks so much like Dan Heng. I wonder if... the statue... is that... Dan Heng's brother?
Oh my god. Bart.
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Dan Heng? Since Dong Feng perished, the Law Fu Vidyadhara have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands. Has coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the Ambrosial Arbor.
I knew would come. When we first mentioned the Xianzhou, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Luofu is still your home. You're a member of the Express crew, Dan Heng. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here. Those two haven't exactly been on their best behavior. It would have been good to have you here earlier.
You scared the heck out of me. For a second, I thought you'd annoyed the general. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you.
Oh my
It turns out the two of you are old buddies. So, what made you suddenly decide to come down from the Express? Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Xianzhou heroes at this point. Anyway, it's great to have you with us, Dan Heng.
Imbibitor Lunay's reincarnation. Dong Hong, correct? I've heard your name before. Your name was only erased from the public eye. But as the Master Diviner, I know, and should know, all the records of years gone by. Such archives are of great importance in times of need. I was not born in the heroic and extraordinary era of the High Cloud Quintet. To have seen those legends with my own eyes. Your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals. Does Vtuber reincarnation really entail a complete transformation? A new life? Perhaps it is a little inappropriate of me to pry into the secrets of the Vtuber. But your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals. Does Vtuber...
Only we can hear their afterthoughts, right?
The annals mention that Scale Gorge Waterscape was once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the Shuhu upheaval period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age past. The palace was left in ruins, and the Vtuber used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu.
Here, General.
Remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jingyuan, General, are you planning to face Zestiria alone?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author. You have a more important duty.
Cloud Knights, attention!
After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
Hey, now we can control our actual characters, not the pre-default ones. Try to force us to use during that cutscene.
These steps are so hard. I gotta find a way down.
Use Scale-Gorge Waterscape to seal the arbor. Treason! Blasphemy! You've lost your senses. You think this will gain the trust of the Xianzhou natives. Those who are not of our kind can never be of our mind.
I understand your misgivings, but my decision is made. That is the course we must take.
Very well. In that case, I will report you to the Preceptors and have you stripped of the name and power of the High Elder.
This must be the first High Elder that accepted the mission to quell the Ambrosial Arbor. According to tradition, from then on, successive High Elders were obliged to return to the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. They would guide the tides of the ancient sea to guard and strengthen the Arbor's seal.
Do you remember now?
Yes. Reverence to the Three Talons, the path to the Great Roots. It's the way to the root depths.
Is that some kind of riddle? Reverence to the Three Talons. What the heck does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Just follow me.
Oh, what a huge palace. Completely abandoned. That must have been difficult for them. Imagine how upset you'd be if you had to abandon me.
For the Vidyadhara, it must have been a necessary sacrifice. This is one of the places mentioned in the riddle. One of the Three Talons. If we can break the seal here, we'll be a step closer to the roots of the arbor.
check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different. Hey, check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different. Hey, check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different. Hey, check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different. Hey, check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different. Hey, check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different. Hey, check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different.
Share good fortunes.
I'll take it on. With enough believers, lies become reality. Gotcha. Found me. Until everything burns to ashes. Oh, what a big haul. I'll be back.
Unite our goals.
Come to me. You can't run. Until everything burns to ashes.
Dream vanished. Let us dance once more.
This seal was already on the verge of breaking.
Share good fortunes.
I'll take it on. Found me. Until everything burns to ashes. Deep breath.
Clouds scattered.
With enough believers, lies become reality. Gotcha. Fight to live. You can't run. Here, try this.
Dream vanished.
Set the seas ablaze.
Did you notice the flagstone the creature was stepping on? I wonder if it has any connection to the seal. notice the flagstone the creature was stepping on? I wonder if it has any connection to the seal.
Worked.
General, did you hear about Miss Ting-Yun?
I received word from Lady Fu that depth of Fentilia's infiltration, along with her meticulous planning, makes her extremely difficult to guard against. The Cloud Knights will carry out an investigation, but for now, our most pressing matter is to put a stop to Fentilia's scheme.
Unite our goals.
Come to me!
Merciful Medicus! It's fine. Let us dance once more.
You can't run! Until everything burns to ashes!
A miracle.
I think something...
Dream vanished.
Set the seas aflame! Found me! With enough believers, lies become reality! Gotcha!
Cloud scattered.
I'll take it all! Fight to live! You can't run!
Amateur. Share good fortunes.
Deep breath! Found me!
Secret of the saint. Dream vanished.
You can't run!
Once this battle's over, we're gonna take a short break. Okay, guys?
Here, try this!
Immortality means forever.
With enough believers, lies become reality! Gotcha!
Cloud scattered.
Found me!
Let us dance once more.
Fight to live! You can't run! Set the seas aflame! I am the Titan of Fortune!
Or We'll be right back, guys. We're gonna take a break. So take a chill, take a break. After we'll be back.
Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting.
Alright guys, I have returned. Ooh. And I'm seeing that Kick.com has went down. They seem to have servering. But we're still streaming to Kick.com, so I'm surprised that hasn't rejected itself. Does the API and everything's normal, but it's just won't log me in.
You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed.
Not making sense why Kick.com is actually.
You can't get rich by waiting.
Seems to be the login window. Unknown error, please try again.
My damn page.
Unknown error, please try again. The funny thing is, we are currently
Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting.
Yeah. Now Kick system status is Kick. Agree. There's an outage right now. Yeah, Kick is down. Alright guys, Kick is down. Yeah. Well, I guess we can start streaming to Kick then. So we'll end our stream for Kick.com, but we'll still be streaming, guys. Apparently Kick has gone down. Kick has taken the Kick down to its own fight. So now we're streaming to Twitch and YouTube and Twitter still. For those,
Not a good sign to be empty-handed.
it's weird for Kick.com to go down. It's a streaming platform, guys. If you don't know,
Get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting.
we'll resume out of our BRB here in a second. Oh my god, you know what? That was a good thing I have not resumed playing yet, because I probably would have messed up. So on AmiAmi.com, they have tossed a lot of new shit that we all love. They just added a Museling from Fate Grand Order in her Dragon Final Form for $263 or 3,820 Japanese yen. It's a lot of money, guys. That's for next year, for July next year. Gosh, she looks freaking adorable. I kid you not, she's freaking adorable. Okay, let's resume, but we're gonna go to this window, okay?
To be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting.
Let's just find the sheriff.
To be empty-handed.
So, here's the figure. Oh my god, I am so surprised.
You can't get rich by waiting.
We can look at the pictures. Then we'll resume back to the game. That is so fucking adorable, dude. That's her final extension, guys. You don't know. Dude, that is so cool, but that's gonna take up a huge chunk of space just to display her, though. That's the drawback. Maybe if you don't add the wings to it and just leave her without the wings. That's how her appearance looks in her final extensions. Damn, man, that is so freaking goddamn gorgeous. You know I want that. That's a heck no, I cannot miss that. That's like, hell yeah, I have to have her.
Sign to be
Yeah, she does have other figures. Look here, she has this one, which is on her ruler class, which looks just great. It's 127, it comes out this year. Then we have this one too, 180, which is her. I adore her in her knight attire. It just, oh god, when I look at that, it's just like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Mussolina is amazing. I love her in her knight attire, especially when she has that mask on. A lot easier. She has her mask on like that. I guess you can't say a mask, more like a veil covering her face. And when when she doesn't have it on, she's like so. So yeah. If Mussolini, you have her in Fate Grand Order, awesome. She your waifu, awesome. Let me know. She's definitely on my list, along with some of the other servants. Though I should probably really organize and define my 1 through. See, with Fate, you're gonna have a lot of waifus. If to do my top 20, that would be the hardest challenge of all because so many good contenders, so many good ones, just from Fate Grand Order. Now, if we combine the whole Fate and FGO together, Fate Grand Order and Fate, that would have to be top 40 then. That's real hard because there's so many good choices. So this portion I'm gonna slot right back over to the dragon, and I'm gonna place that on pre-order for next year because that is a must-have. Oh, this item cannot be shipped with other items, so it's gonna be on the heavy side. Shipping costs probably most likely be high. Looks of it. And I love how Ami's login window keeps. Oh, you have to log in. Then again, it could just be because of Google. Chrome's always giving me a lot of hassle. We have EHL, EMS, Air Parcel, Surface, and Surface now Premium. I believe that one was banned recently. I'll probably go with Air Parcel. I think EMS would be better because that is. Okay. Yeah, that would be the better choice. It might be expensive shipping, but at least you guarantee comes safe. Okay. He has been ordered.
Sign to be empty-handed.
Some of these other figures can't share because they're all over the place. Well, bunny outfits. Oh no, this is a bit bunny bikini outfit. Boots War. I would love to get it, but out too. It's not the one I want to get it on, but even though I do come. And I don't want to just get favorites to get favorites. I want to actually get waifus for one. Sometimes I get 1, 2, 3 multiple figures on them, if able to. If able to. Because buying figures is very expensive. Hobby and time consuming. Hop back right over here. Also, I'm checking to see if I got it. I think so. Friday Night Outer. Let's see if Kick.com is still down. Still a lot of people stream.
Not a good sign to be empty-handed.
No, Kick.com is still down. Okay.
You can't get rich by waiting.
I guess next time we stream, we won't be Kick.com. Is gonna have those type maybe issues. That's a deal or break. It has those little issues like. Hopefully those from Kick merged to the YouTube stream or the Twitch. Sorry guys, for those who were watching me on Kick.com, I had ended the stream because it wasn't working. It could just be region related, but
you can't get rich by waiting.
At least we save kind of some bandwidth because, you know, streaming to multiple places does take bandwidth. I know Cypher has been keeping you entertained with her lovely voice, and I'll be honest, her voice actor's voice. I wouldn't change. Her outfit's really awesome. I want to get to her storyline, so need to progress. Progress! Because, you know, most of the time I've been playing Genshin. Oh yeah, with enough liars, reality might become reality. However, she would say so quick. Kind of like against the thing I always fall away from certain. Always tell the truth even when you lie. Alright, battle's over finally.
I am the Titan of Fortune.
You're the Titan of Power. Wait, what? With enough believers, it becomes reality. I'm pretty sure she said pound me. Oh. That girl's definitely on the...
What a big haul. I'll be back.
Okay, let's head to the third seal.
Share good fortunes.
You can't run. Until everything burns to ashes. Run them all. Sets the seas ablaze.
The last of the three talons is here.
Figuring basically
the problem, friend. It would appear the seals have you at a loss. Could the murals in our vicinity be related to the seals?
but that would be like 1, 2, 3, and 4 buttons.
Our people sing the hymn of clouds and dance to water's cherished sounds. And high above the dragon flies, to each is destined different skies. This mural portrays the Vidyadhara young. They acquire knowledge and depart for different places on the Xianzhou, thereby dedicating themselves to serving the Alliance.
This mural is pretty interesting. It looks like time hasn't had any effect on it.
This mural must be related to the others here. It tells the story of the Vidyadhara self-reincarnation, from hatching rebirth in the ancient sea, to the return to that same sea as the cycle begins again.
Hey, do you think this could be related to the seals?
Perhaps.
Perhaps? Fair enough. It's tough racking your brains all the time. I'm struggling to keep track.
So we got 2. Between one of these two. If this one doesn't light up, then it's the other one. looks like we're getting it right. Oh, we got it right. Lucky us. I thought I was gonna screw that one up for sure.
The reverence to the three talons is complete. Now we must head for the roots of the arbor. The roots of the arbor are still growing.
It's Ventilia. We must...
Share good fortunes. Let us dance once more.
You can't run. I'll take it all. Found me. Until everything burns to ashes. Oh, what a big haul. I'll be back. Free stuff is always the best. The kittens are gonna eat well tonight. Is that a dragon?
We've reached the end. These are the roots of the ambrosial arbor, where the vestiges of abundance lie. Reverence to the three talents, the path to the great roots. This is it. Under the power of the High Elder, Now, I will break the final seal.
I hope everyone is prepared.
Oh boy, we're getting placed into a tricky battle situation. Being story script battle. I hate story script battles. They're higher. Yeah, we should be do fine. What could go wrong? Are they really forcing me to use a trial character? I don't want to use your... hate when I have to get forced to use a trial character over mine.
Oh. Has the General of the Lawfu chosen to grace me with his presence?
That witch! She was here waiting for us the whole time! Show yourself, Fantilia!
And the benefactors, too. Oh, patience, patience. Let me make myself presentable. Now I see why the disciples of Sanctus Medicus hold themselves in such high regard. The Arbor's traces really do possess the power of metamorphosis and resurrection.
All of you, ready yourselves. Don Hung, guard my back. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Fantilia, what is she doing?
Benefactors, behold this beautiful body. The miracles of abundance.
I mean, she's been her from the very start, because she's the only one who's been calling us Banner back.
See if I can put it to good use.
Means her 4-star version is just her.
The very power that brought the Cienjo long life, I will use to bring it destruction.
Fantilia has usurped the power of the Arbor. All of you, focus on destroying the Phantom Flowers. I'll go for the body.
You can't run! Specimen sighted. Here, try this!
So much bark with so little bite. Your attacks are futile. This body was born of the Arbor. You are but ants.
Have some strong wind!
March, careful!
A cute place with enough believers.
Lies become reality! Yes! Found me!
Try untangling yourselves from this.
The weeds in my garden give me more grief.
Your arrogance betrays you.
Is that it?
Don't fight, so I got commencing research. Here, try this!
1,000 thanks.
Found me! Stop the bleeding!
Show no mercy.
You can't run!
the men. Show no mercy.
To travel far away.
A little gray is too much for you.
You can't run.
Crushing an ant with the weight of a star. How indulgent. The universe will end in destruction. And with it, the abundance and the hunt will disappear.
Don't fight so I can leave early. Take it on.
On my command. To victory!
Found me.
Our cute place.
With enough believers, lies become reality.
General of the Cienjo.
You take it from here.
Did you think it was over, Fentilia?
Oh, a scion of permanence. Have you finally remembered your duty of watching over the arbor?
Let's do research. Here, try this.
Support received. I am the vanguard of the hunt.
You can't run. Like fire until everything burns to ashes. Firefly, take fight.
Thanks. That feels way better.
Thank you. I will keep fighting.
On my command.
Found me.
Time for the men.
Show no mercy.
A little gray is too much for you. Our cute place.
With enough believers, lies become reality.
For the Xianzhou!
Found me. Some insight.
Sam in position.
You can't run.
Vanquish the abomination!
You want to take advantage?
Take it on.
Are we still ants to you, Fantilia? So much effort to crush us, and met with so little success. I wonder what the other Ravagers would think.
It's almost as if you can't wait to be acquainted with him. I'm afraid you won't have the chance.
Oh,
Start again. Found me.
Out of ideas, Fantilia!
Our cute place.
With enough believers, lies become
can leave her.
To victory!
You can't run!
Time to end this.
Set in position.
You want to take advantage?
Come to me! Commencing research. Deep breath.
Support received.
You're wasting my time.
To travel far.
Thanks. That feels way better.
Found me.
Our cute play with enough believers. Lies become reality.
Yes! You can't run! Like firefly until everything burns to ashes! This is more than fight to live!
Time to end this.
Recalibration complete.
Show no mercy.
You want to take advantage?
Specimen sighted. Here, try this. Found me. Firefly type set to the scene of flame.
Fantilia, your scheme ends here. Vanquish the abomination.
Time to end this.
With enough believers, lies become reality.
To travel far.
Don't fight, so I can leave early.
This is more fight to live. You can't run.
To victory! Show no mercy.
Time to end this.
Recalibrate.
Commencing research. Deep breath.
Thanks. That feels way.
Found me.
Forgive my indulgence. Yours for my next trick. I shall turn each of you into my.
I should kill my hill at the end. Lucky her with the last
The
extraction.
power of the destruction will eat away at your flesh and transform you into pawns of the great Nanook. Let's start with this arrogant Xianzhou general. I wonder if the transformation of the Xianzhou general into a Void Ranger would cast the law proof back into chaos. Destruction works fascinating. What are you?
Do it!
Not bad, General of the Hunt. But all I lost was a body stolen on a whim. And you, how much longer can you last? The destruction of the Xianzhou is nigh.
Be gone, pawn of destruction. Tell the Legion that the vengeance of the Hunt will fall upon them.
General, are you okay?
I'm still alive.
Ow.
And it would seem the two of us can still coordinate our efforts. Vantilia, a truly fearsome enemy. If she hadn't attempted to turn me into a pawn of destruction, I'm afraid victory would have been far from certain. Vantilia had established a link between me and herself. Her well-timed strike gravely injured her. Thus, her connection to the Arbor was severed.
So it was all part of the plan? When Dan Heng stabbed you, I was scared to death.
It takes more than that to destroy an emanator of destruction. Still,
Vantilia won't be stirring up trouble anytime soon. Don't worry about her infecting the Arbor again. It's just that sealing the Stellaron is going to take some time.
Leave that to the Master Diviner. I'm afraid I may be somewhat spent.
General, keep those eyes open. Now's not the time to fall asleep. Hey, wake up!
Oh, there's something fun over there. Come on, let's go! Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting.
Your animation just broke the logic of.
My dad is an ace pilot. He finished the Gray Sky route in 12 parsecs.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a general. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here today. Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what Jing Yuan meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest wins." Generalship is no trifling matter. It is a duty one must bear.
I think she actually really enjoys it.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary, I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised! They're finally here! Yippee!
Uh-oh.
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Wow, nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty
Hey,
cool.
wow, that's good. We could go in and out. We'll have to be treated like.
Expressed. I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Arch was probably expecting big stuff. We will be wrapping up our stream here shortly. So.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron crisis, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus rebellion, the Arbor's resurrection, not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. All of these incidents need reporting at the highest level for investigation. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me, so that I can reacquaint myself with a finer detail. So, where should we begin? It appears that Vantilia was the mastermind behind it all. The Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements. Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed, clandestinely plotting and machinating, and surreptitiously bestowed a Stellaron upon the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. This heinous act instigated an uprising aimed at luring the Luofu into a perilous trap of self-destruction. The present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands a re-evaluation. We should proceed cautiously. When the Ambrosial Arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, were ruined at a stroke. The Commission became a shadow of its former self. Presumably, from that moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. Some Some of them were willing to work with the enemy, acquiring a Stellaron from the Antimatter Legion to try and revive the Abundance. They succeeded all right. But why would Fantilia's objective to be to realize their wishes? Those traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Xianzhou only to become sacrificial offerings in the Lord Ravager's grand scheme. The Stellaron Hunters, we know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I saw a prophecy that Kafka received from Destiny's slave. Elio foresaw all manner of possibilities for the Luofu. Based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. The Stellaron Hunters walked right into our trap, and even gifted allies, in the form of yourselves, to the Xianzhou. That might sound self-interested, but I hope the feeling is mutual. Now that the future has come true, the Xianzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on Fantilia. That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? All of this is a mystery. Thus far, we've done our best. I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report, but for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to Xianzhou internal affairs will have names redacted. I hope you can forgive me.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Cloud Knight generals are all such a hassle. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now.
Yeah, only if their mouths move when they talk,
If
right,
you pass
guys?
through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can give to Yukong. It was all so chaotic. When Fantilia took form, it was as if Tingyun vanished into thin air. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Tingyun was a puppet manipulated by Fantilia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of the Skyfaring Commission Ambassador may be a bleak one. As for how matters are handled with regards to Tingyun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian ken. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place, and I think it would be best if you were the one to deliver this item to Yukong.
I understand. Leave it with us.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day. It's quite the list. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission Conclave Hall.
Can you hear in a second? Something?
of stumbles along the way, but we still managed to kick butt and save the Lafu without breaking a sweat. Feels kinda surreal. No way! Everything good has come our way due to our hard work. I'm not letting them take any of the credit. It may seem like the Stellaron hunters are controlling everything, but we create our own future. No matter how powerful they are, they can't make a future that doesn't exist come true. Since showing up, we've saved a lot of people and averted disaster for the whole Xianzhou. Who cares whether someone or something was directing it? Be happy.
Damn, March.
Actually, I was wondering if Diviner Fu could do me a favor. The Matrix of Prescience has amazing powers and can iterate and reiterate Kafka's past. So it got me thinking, if I turned the Matrix on me, could it calculate my past?
Oh.
I was shy. Talking about personal stuff like that in front of everyone? It'd be
I don't think March wants to know who she is, because if she finds out,
when you're free,
oh boy, that's gonna be a hard one.
Divination Commission together and see what Fu Xuan has to say.
March's past is really bleak.
Things have come to a close for now. It's good that you came through unscathed. The Master Diviner asked us to pass on this item of Ting Yun's. I'll go to the Palace of Astrum and meet with Yukong. If neither of you has anything urgent, it'd be best if you came too.
Oh, yeah, he reverted back to his normal
Returning
self.
to the Luofu and Scale Gorge waterscape. It's a surreal feeling. I left so determined. Who would have thought that circumstances would draw me back once more? There are only a handful of individuals who know my identity now. I do not wish to guess what could occur if word gets out. But at least for now, I'm safe. I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara. It seems I won't be able to cast off Danfeng's negative karma, so I'd like to learn more about his past. I want to find out what I can do to make up for his sins. If you're planning on an extended stay on the Luofu, I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. I'm sorry.
How am I gonna break this to Madame Yukong? Maybe she's already heard the news.
Here's hoping the Matrix is accurate, and that Diviner Fu won't decline our request.
The Ambrosial Arbor is dormant. Thanks to everyone's hard-fought battles, the Luofu is safe once more. Before he left, the General told me to handle things at the Seat of Divine Foresight. Fortunately, now that victory has been achieved, the plans we prepared will never see the light of day. However, the General did order that if he were unable to return to duty, then the Master Diviner would take over his duties temporarily. Alas, I'm no healer. I'm afraid I couldn't say. I ordered a military doctor to provide the most comprehensive emergency treatment they could. The Alchemy Commission was caught up in the Sanctus Medicus conspiracy. It took a lot of work to find someone trustworthy enough to heal the General.
If we can help, don't hesitate to ask. I don't know much about medicine, but there are lots of ways to seal wounds and prevent injuries from worsening.
Don't worry. Long-life species are resilient and strong. the General will pull through. He's faced down situations 100 times more dangerous than this.
What? What's more dangerous than that?
What do we plan on doing? Thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou Alliance was at its wit's end trying to deal with it. Today, nothing's changed. The Arbor was resurrected. Aside from the Arbiter's Lux arrow, I'm afraid that nothing can materially harm it. We might be able to suppress it with the help of the Vtiber, but with internal strife ravaging their ranks, I'm afraid it's a long shot.
If you can locate exactly where the Stellaron is within the Arbor, then the Express might be able to help out.
Thank you for your kind offer, Mr. Yang. But something as important and fundamental as the Ambrosial Arbor will require a meeting and deliberation from the 6 charioteers. Better to wait until the Master Diviner has another 20 or 30 years under her belt. Subduing the enemy is one of the most minor parts of a general's work. They have to meet with the Laofu's 6 charioteers and undergo 10 Lords' Commission inspections, all while dealing with the Xianzhou Alliance's top brass. None of it is easy to navigate, but it's a daily responsibility. The crown of a general sits heavy on the head indeed. Ah, I almost forgot. I need to gather data for the Master Diviner's draft report. Bye for now.
You sure love talking.
I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 Lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
They didn't do anything to your box, girl. It was all the enemy game.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Laofu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Tingyun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the real Tingyun?
Madame Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept.
Yeah, what did happen to the real one?
Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
It really was disguised for 30 years.
A soul-soothing ceremony?
You would think something would be up.
Put it into short life terms.
Unless she gained all her memories.
You see, for long life species of the Xianzhou,
death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell as opposed to a tedious burial process. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the Xianzhou. It's also my way of saying farewell to Ting Yun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Ting Yun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her. I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me. I've instructed Yan Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madame Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
Cat and mouse time! Where's it going?
Bring me.
You always did say that I like to gossip, and here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh, it's you. For a moment, I thought she'd returned. Did the Helm Master send you over?
We're here to help sort out Miss Ting Yun's things. Madame Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Amicassator seal, a small box, a knife, a bow, and something wrapped up tight. I wonder what this is. Looks like some kind of antique? But who'd want to hold on to something like this?
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yan Ming. wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yanming, it seems like this is a gift for you from Miss Tingyun.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. I only mentioned it in passing, but she remembered. Tingyun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors, but also colleagues. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. It became a custom. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of bizarre oddities. Candy that made your leg hair grow. A violin that could shatter glass with its piercing shriek. I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Tingyun would leave something behind for me that was so sincere and earnest. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly gift her back?
A new body? Goddamn body.
Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow,
Not the anti.
none of this seems like something Miss Tingyun would have kept. I thought she was more about jewelry and beauty. Could there be other things similar to what Yanming got? We should take a look.
There's nothing else, except a handful of seeds. It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The Sleepless Earl. Let me think. Where have I seen that name before?
I can't cook to save my life, but one thing I'm sure of is that's a kitchen knife. I've never seen Miss Tingyun use anything like that to defend herself. It must be another gift that she never had time to send. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. A room alley? Which store is that again? This bow. It's a good bow. It couldn't be meant for me, could it? Alright, just kidding. Just trying to liven things up around here.
This is dark, Bart. It's all dark.
Do you know where we're supposed to take these things?
We're about almost close to running up.
Quality, good price, hassle-free chartering. High-end barge, the best choice for galactic commerce.
The Sleepless Earl. Was that the name of that tea house at the port when we first got into town?
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today? Oh, this is the tea Miss Tingyun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron have been around for millennia. And imported mixed teas have also found a niche.
I should bring all that back.
Introducing a new
She had to be taken around
is really
in her
hard.
own world here.
Miss Tingyun
So
came
the
to
antimatter
tea
people
house one
got to
day
her
and heard about my troubles.
on her planet,
She said
or
she could
why would she
find
had all
one
those
random
things?
strain during her travels.
It wouldn't make
One
sense
that
for them to
nobody
hold on
on
to
the
it. They would have
Cianjo
just
had
thrown it
ever
away.
tasted.
So she definitely went
I
missing
just
around the
thought she was
time
trying
she
to
was
cheer me
here.
up. I never
And
thought she'd actually do it.
she should be somewhere on
Where
this
is Miss
planet.
Teen Yoon today?
Doesn't make sense.
Miss Teen Yoon.
We found this box of seeds among her belongings. I'm sure Miss Tingyun would have liked for you to have it.
Thank you. All of you. I think I should give something to Teen Yoon in return. Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Teen Yoon's Blend. Seeing as Teen Yoon won't be able to try it, we should drink a cup to her memory.
Oh, there's something fun over there! Come on, let's go!
The Wafu is famous for its mung bean soda. Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more of the Cianjo? Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast? It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum, although it's a lot quieter since the whole Stellaron crisis thing. Tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real deal on local snacks, you've gotta get to Aurum Alley. I've marked it out for you on your map. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it, now that you've brought it up, I suddenly don't feel like clocking in for work anymore.
He's
Wafu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've gotta give it a try.
Spice is supreme. Check out that sign. Here it is.
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today? Something from Miss Tingyun for me? Oh, what a precious person she is. A sweet thing like her, gifting me a kitchen knife. When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift: a sword for a hero and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it is. I bet it cuts straight through a Thalassa titanium terrapin shell. Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the Aurum Alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of Whistling Flames? Her grand fare puts small merchants like us in touch with big intergalactic vendors. If we're talking gifts, it's us who should be gifting her something. Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right? This is real.
I hate to
right?
break the news to them. We're breaking the ice, guys.
The monster you mentioned, where did it come from? I wish I could take this knife and cut it to ribbons. Forget it. Matters like these are beyond the control and understanding of a cook like me. Thank you, all of you. Let me prepare a dish for you as a gift from Miss Tangyun.
That's twice we broke the ice to them. Oh, Jesus, man.
It was our chili oil beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Tingyun to our restaurant. I can't believe that she'll never taste it again. Please, you'll have to eat her share too.
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Tingyun intended to gift it to.
Mr. Yan Ming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Ting Yun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right?
Damn, man, this is so sad. Well, at least we don't have to break the ice the third time. I hope. Oh, more quests. You know what? We'll stop there. Look, we don't have enough. Or tell Blazing Power to do anything. Oh, man.
The value of choice lies in unwavering resolve.
Alright. We'll probably pick this back up next time during or so. So, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. And so then I want you all have a very really good night. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube or Twitch. Links are all in the panel. Links are in the description. If you're on YouTube, description. If you're on Twitch, the panels. If you're on Twitter, I guess, well, you should see my pinned posts stuff, and it'll be in there too. For those who are on kick.com who get, we'll probably stream back there again if the site doesn't keep backing up like that. But yeah, we'll still be using Kick to stream, so the rest of the stream that Kick missed, that they will have to watch it on the YouTube channel. The backlog will be there. Twitch and other places don't keep it live, so then I want you all to have a good night. Thank you for watching, y'all.